tech we can find in Philadelphia. Here's the Delaware River coming up, and we're on a bridge. Instead of having to cross a river via boat and like battling the current, we can just kind of drive across it with our car, which is also technology because it helps you go faster and more efficiently. George Washington crossed the Delaware River in a boat. It's more industrial than when George Washington originally crossed the Delaware. But yeah, so and there's boats, and they go faster than the cars because there's traffic on the bridge. We're at lunch now in Philadelphia, and I had the craziest run-in. When we were going into the bathroom, I saw Brigus Studios walking out of the bathroom and walking out. If you're seeing this Brigus right now, please collab. So that was pretty cool. I was just too shy to say hi, but it would have been pretty cool if it was in the video. We're in Chipotle. So the technology in Chipotle is that they heat up the food using a stove and then they cook it. And that technology, because instead of having to make a fire, which takes a long time, they could just kind of do it. And they also have knives, which make it easier to cut stuff instead of like rocks. And then like there's soda.
Yeah. The soda fountain's broken, but it's still tech.
This is a gas stove at this monument. It's technology, because fire's technology, because it heats people up, and this makes the fire easier, so you can just kind of light it, and it works. And then here's Washington. We talked about him earlier crossing the Delaware, and so there's graves here of dead people and stuff who gave their lives in the Revolutionary War. I don't really know where they're buried, but they're like all over, probably under our soil. And here's some flags of the 13 colonies, the old versions of the flags. Some of them are the same as today. So you might be thinking, Lawrence, why are you standing under a tree? Well, we're actually at the west wing of the Independence Hall. And there, we just saw the Declaration of Independence, the Articles of Confederation, and the Constitution. And we saw this thing called a Sing inkstand, which was used to write the Declaration of Independence. So these are medical tools, and some of them were used to treat smallpox. And here's a pamphlet made by Benjamin Franklin because smallpox inculation was expensive. They used the mortar and pestle. You might have seen them in YouTube shorts to like make medicine. They could use like a leech tube to like remove leeches from people's bodies. This is a rolling pin, and this is a mousetrap. And then there's bucket brigades to use to transport. And here's some money that used at the time. Hi, so we're just finishing up dinner now. We're at Whole Foods, and they had this really interesting thing at the checkout. They had this thing called Amazon One, where you scan your palm and you can somehow pay with that. I don't really know how it works, but that was really cool to see. We're in the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and we're looking at armor, and it's actually really cool, all this stuff. Like, a lot of this stuff is in Minecraft. Like some of these swords up there kind of look like the ones in Minecraft, and then they're using the same materials that are in Minecraft. There's like the swords look like the ones in Minecraft, kind of. And here's a horse covered with steel horse armor, also from Minecraft.
He's facing us.
Yeah,
So
kind of
cool.
creepy.
The horse looks dead
Yeah.
with those things in the eyes.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know how they got the armor like standing up. Must be pretty solid, or they have a frame in there. This is strange fruit. This is finished in 1997. It's meant to represent the AIDS crisis. It's not really tech, but it's really interesting.
I think a 5-year-old made these. They just scribbled with oil pastel.
So right now we just left Philadelphia, but we're not going where you think. We're not going home. We're going to our hotel. Room tour. The mirror. The desk. The beds. The TV. The coffee. The fridge. The microwave. The closet. The bathroom. Morning sunshine. Me and Lawrence here. We just woke up and now we're gonna get our breakfast. We just left the hotel, we just checked out, and now we're gonna go to the American Revolutionary War Museum. In the American Revolution Museum, and here's some technology from England and other countries compared to ones made in America. So, like they're doing like the taxation thing. So here's like a metal working tool made in England. Here, this one's made in America. This one is a plate made in England. So you can tell that the American ones are either smaller or have less quality. So let's look at another example. So the teapot on the left is made in England, and look, it's still put together, but the American one on the right is cracked and it has a worse design.
Hi, we're at the Museum of the American Revolution, and I'm just going to show you all the different bits and pieces on this musket and how it fires. This is a longland pattern musket that would have been used by British troops during the French and Indian War, but you would have seen them in the hands of Americans. It's got 3 basic parts. There's the lock, which is this contraption right here that does a lot of the work. The stock, which is the wooden piece that goes from all the way here to the butt down to the mouth of the gun. And then the barrel, which is this metal tube right here. And the way it would be fired is a soldier would first grab a cartridge out of their leather cartridge box, take it out, rip it open with their teeth, and pour just a little bit of gunpowder in this concave section right here. And if you look closely, maybe in the light you can catch it, there is a little hole near my finger called the touch hole. I would close that up after the gunpowder was in there so it doesn't blow away or fall out. And then I would upend the musket and I would pour the rest of the gunpowder with the musket ball sitting on top. And I'm going to withdraw the rammer, and then I'm going to ram that cartridge all the way down, paper and all. And usually it just takes one solid kind of thrust there. I'm going to put this back, because if I lose this, there's no way for me to put my charge down at the bottom. It's basically just a big club. Then I bring it back up, and I'm going to pull the cock back to the full cock position. And when I pull the trigger, you'll see a few things happen. I actually didn't get a great spark there, but usually flint, the rock, will hit steel and create a spark. And when that happens, it simultaneously opens this up, and that spark drops into the pan there and ignites the gunpowder, which goes through that hole and ignites the main charge of gunpowder, which is what fires the musket ball out. A good soldier could do that whole process about once every 20 seconds. So if you're doing the math, that means about 3 shots a minute if everything's going well.
So we're finishing lunch up now. We went to this place, this like cafe space. It was really expensive.
But it's a city, so it's not.
I got an apple salad. We're in the Benjamin Franklin Museum now, and here is a air pump designed in England, and you can like turn it and it pumps air.
Oops.
Oh, hello there. So Benjamin Franklin wanted to improve the lives of others through technology. So he made some important inventions, like the free post office, and he made boundary markers. He made glasses called bifocals. I made this. I typed that.
Stronger than this. Stronger. I thought it a test.
So this is Benjamin Franklin's harmonica, and you can play like a version of it here. So I will play God Save the King.
2 Bordeaux's. And out of those, that's the first.
Well done, Lawrence.
Yeah, I played the song. We left Philadelphia like 20 minutes ago. So goodbye. Like, subscribe, share with a friend, and ring that Liberty Bell. I'll see you in the next video.